So this week's email went out and we talked a little bit about what is the number one question that I get asked as a real estate agent for people moving into the Knoxville, Tennessee market. The number one question is, tell me about the school systems. What is the best school system? Where do I need to move to get my kids into the best school system? So, I don't know how the laws are in all the other states, but here in Tennessee, we can't really tell you our personal opinion on what we consider the best or the worst. What I can do, however, is legally push you toward bestschools.com or a couple of other websites that I added in this week's email that have helped many people relocate to our area and possibly to other areas as well. And if you didn't get a copy of this week's email, go to our Facebook page, our business page, facebook.com/justhomesgroup. Sign up for the email. We also have a MailChimp. You can join our website mail list. That way we send a weekly email out about information on real estate. So this week's email is about talking about what are the best choices for schools for you relocating as a parent. And sometimes as a parent, it's very difficult. You've got kids not wanting to move. They don't want to leave their friends. Your spouse is getting relocated. You are getting relocated. Something's happening and it's adding stress to your life to even have to call and ask the question. And I can't legally answer it for you. So here's some follow-up questions that I have. Got to help me narrow down a little bit about what it is that you're looking to achieve in your relocation and using the word best school. So I always say, what does best mean to you? It could be a ranking system, 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10, and several of the websites that I posted do rank the schools that way. It could be graduation percentage rates. It could be reading comprehension rates if you're below the third grade level. It could be sports scholarships if your kids are really into sports and you want them to go to a specific college. Which high schools around this area give out the best college scholarships to top colleges for that specific sport? Are there any private coaching opportunities? If it's STEM, math and science, there's a couple of specific public schools around here that are highly focused on those things and are rated top in those things. What is it exactly that your children need, that you feel like they need, and that we can connect you with a list of options so you can interview the teachers in the school systems. I've also had a couple of interesting comments that even if you're moving from out of state, that you have to be put on a waiting list where you live currently to get into the school district that you live in. So where we are currently, we are not that oversaturated. I mean, we're close in a couple of top 10 school districts oversaturation, but we're not yet. And our student to teacher ratio in those schools is pretty good. I'd say they're top tier. And so if that's something that you're looking for, where we are, where you live determines the school district. So if you're in a specific zip code, that is your school district. You will get into that school district. You will not be moved out of your school district unless you're redistricted. And that happens every 3 to 5 years, depending on which county you're in and your school board and your county commission. So redistricting statewide in the state of Tennessee is happening currently, which redraws your county commission lines, which will eventually redraw your school district lines. So keep that in mind as well. Something to look forward to, but that is the number one most asked question on a relocation from moving from place to place is, what are your best schools? And so again, I always ask the questions, what do you consider best? 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10. Is it based on student to teacher ratio? Is it based on extracurricular activities? Is it based on math or science? Is it based on a specific sport? Is it, if you have a special needs child, is it based on their special needs programs and what that offers? Is it based on college classes in the high school itself to be able to quickly graduate through a 4-year? What is it that you consider top tier and best? And I will fit you with the school that meets those needs and then give you a list of opportunities to interview. And that will also help narrow down the space, because Knoxville market's huge, right? It covers 14, 15 counties. So if you're saying to me, hey, my spouse, which for example, we got this yesterday, is being relocated to Andersonville, but we need to be in a top 10 out of 10 school district, you're this far away. So we need to kind of know how to narrow down what, number one, you're specifically seeking. Number two, what it is that you're trying to accomplish at the end of the day, not only with the move, but with the schooling and the education. And number three, how far away can we get you where it's still a comfortable situation for the kids and it's not too far of a drive? So within 30 to 45 minutes one way would be preferable. So that helps us narrow down where you need to be residing, and then we start to delve into the other situational needs like internet. Do you need high speed? Are you working from home? Do you need a home office? Things along those lines. But the number one question I get is about school districts. And so that's some of the situational conversations that I have with relocation buyers, and I try to put your minds at ease knowing that wherever you choose to reside, wherever we buy a house with you, that's the school district you'll be in. Otherwise, we have plenty of private school options. Knoxville, Tennessee is ripe for top private school options. We have homeschool options as well if that's of interest to you. I am very well versed in all aspects of the educational system in the Knoxville market. It is very important to me to stay up to date on the schools and their rankings, their hiring, their firing, their boards of directors, et cetera, and I follow them all on the social media pages as well. So if you have questions, we have answers, justhomesgroup.com. You can also personally contact me about relocation at 865-237-7328. That is our business line, but it also goes to my personal cell phone. So contact me there. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and somewhere else, I'm sure. So justhomesgroup.com. Let us know about your relocation needs, and we will find a way to make it work for you. Have a great day. Thanks for visiting.